Here's a quick look at the markets through the lens of eMiniDayTrader for Friday, March the 6th, 2009. Well, we were saying that the 698 would be a likely good barrier, and it did act as an excellent barrier here today. The market opened around 688 in here, rallied up to 699, and then had a pretty strong sell-off all the way down, reaching approximately 665. So very good range today. You notice that we created lower values today. The market did rally up in a very strong fashion, a very swift short covering rally, some 20 plus points in the last 45 minutes or so of the trading day, last hour I guess, something like that. So that's to be observed to determine whether or not it truly is short covering. It certainly appears to be short covering, and we will take a look in the 693 area as resistance, and still the 698 area as resistance going into tomorrow, which tomorrow meaning Monday. The market could very well spend a day of consolidation on Monday. It would not be surprising, similar to the fashion that occurred in the first 3 days of the week, where we had the good down move here. On this day we had the overnight rally. It wasn't late in the day. It rallied overnight and then came all the way up here in a similar fashion of what the market did late in the day today. So I would not be at all surprised if we have more or less a day of consolidation on Monday, with this area's resistance I'm mentioning here acting as resistance, and really all the way down to where the volume is in here at 677 or down to 668 as possible support areas. I wouldn't rely too heavily on those, but potential for setups and triggers in that area, in those two areas. As far as our individual trades were concerned today, just broadly speaking, we had a long as the market rallied up here. We were able to hit our first two objectives on that first trade. It was a kind of an aggressive trade. Whenever we have a very swift move upward like that, we get in on a pullback, although we knew at the same time that we did have resistance above the market. Here's that 698 price that we've been speaking of, and you can see the market just tipped a little bit above it, and then came down. We actually did not get into our next trade until the market had a pretty nice sell-off. There was opportunities here in our red areas to fade them. Some of our traders would have been fading these red areas as they tested up towards their highs. This one never did get up here. Well, actually it did, but it was not till much later in the day, and you can even see that it acted as resistance, and the market pulled back 3 or 4 points before it continued up. So it even worked much later in the day. This one worked very well as the market came here and gave us a deceleration indication, so we're able to participate in some good down move there. We had another trade getting short here and then another long here, and they both worked out nicely. When the market then came down, we tried that again. Unfortunately, we got stopped out on the same scenario on the long side, but we're able to get in on the we got stopped out on the short side but got in on the long side, so that worked out nicely. Then the market came back down again, and it gave us a couple of trades in here, one here and one here. The first one got stopped out, but the next one we were able to get in on that move higher, so that worked out well. But so stopped out a couple of times today, and then just at the end of the day we caught part of this up move. We got long at 671. It rallied up to 673 immediately, came back unfortunately and stopped us out on our final partial here. One of the trades that we like to make is when the market moves very, very quickly in our favor and reaches our first two objectives within about 5 minutes. Generally speaking, what that means is that we've really found a great entry location, and oftentimes the market will pull back to that original entry location and then have a much larger move. And that's really what it did today, because we got long here, took part in that, it came back, tested our entry, and then had the much larger move, the next move right to here, a bit of a pullback, and then another move up, and so forth. So a lot of our traders would re-enter here as opposed to just getting stopped out on the final partial. But those are the traders who have had a little bit more experience. It's not one of our core trades, but the traders who have been with us for a while would have realized that and gone ahead and re-entered. But just the same, we still hit our first two objectives on that trade. So not a tremendously profitable day, but a day that allowed us to get in on some very nice trades and at least pull a little bit of money out of the market. So using our reference areas here with our paint bars and balance areas and so forth work quite nicely. So that's basically it, and we'd love to hear from you. If you've got any questions, comments, just get a hold of us at eMiniDayTrader.com or send us an email at info@eMiniDayTrader.com. Thanks.